Hi, I'm Brenda. Welcome to my channel, the Empress and the Sun Tarot. Um, we are going to begin with a general reading, and then we'll get into some questions. We hope everyone is doing well today. It's not our normal time, but we've been given the opportunity, so here we are. So, welcome everyone. We're just going to do, like I said, a general reading and see what energy is wanting to come out. The first card that came out was the card of Distant Thunder, Clear the Air. And then we have the card of Vast Vistas, which is Expand Your Horizons. And Infinite Abundance, which is abundance is pouring into your life. And then the card of Begin Now, which is take your first steps. So are you ready to begin knowing that your life is filled with complete abundance? It's overflowing to you. And you get the card of Fellow Travelers, which is support is all around you, and know that it is that, you know, everyone and everything is put in your life to benefit you. And as soon as you decide to see the abundance everywhere, it shall be yours in all aspects. And hi, Godolphin, Steve, welcome. Here, just doing a general. They're going to get into some questions. So it looks like something's about to change. We are about to have an eclipse on the 25th, and then we have another one on August 8th. So that eclipse energy is very strong energy. Usually causes things to leave your lives and new things to begin in your life. So we feel that Distant Thunder is saying, you know, something's about to clear space in your life. Do you have space in your life for the things you want to bring in? So we get the Nine of Pentacles is the current energy. Do you realize the abundance that's pouring around you? For me, it's, you know, spring, the flowers are beginning to bloom. And we're really, you know, savoring that time, the Seven of Pentacles. So are you planting the seeds for your abundance of your future? You know, you have the opportunity right now with that Ace of Swords, you know, new clarity, new direction. What are you passionate about? What, you know, what is the thing that excites you most right now? Like, what is causing you excitement right now? Like, what is, you know, what is that passion burning in your belly? Because it's that time to create right now. Like, you know, you've been putting that, you know, as the proverbial vortex, you've been putting stuff in there for a long time. Are you ready to start pulling that stuff out by making the decision to by being balanced? The Two of Pentacles, another Pentacle card, you know, it seems like it's very about the physical 3D right now. What seeds are you planting in your physical? What thoughts are you having? You know, because you, as you control your thoughts, you control your complete environment. The immediate future is the Four of Wands. So we love that, you know, that happiness. It could be a new move, or like even a vacation, a new place for you. And like, this is not necessarily a permanent place, because that's like a tent. So like a new opportunity coming at you, like a new retreat or a new opportunity for growth and expansion. Something for your spiritual path. Current environment, the Three of Swords, healing that broken heart. You know, in this card, you know, it looks like that heart's trying to mend, and we feel like, you know, sometimes you have to clearly look at, you know, okay, this relationship isn't working for me. This is a pattern. What do I want to create instead? And start planting those seeds and focus on, this is what I want, and this is what I want, and this is what I want. You know, make a list. You know, of what you're trying to manifest, you know, because, you know, other people see that you're in that. I, I see the chess piece, and I hear the strategizing thing. Like, are you trying to be your same person and manifest a different thing? Because if you want to manifest a different pattern in your life, a different kind of energy, you know, if you're trying to manifest the Emperor, are you walking around being the Empress? Because we do have the Emperor and the Empress here and the Four of Wands here. So twin flame reading, the abundance is here. Are you ready for this new opportunity? This happiness to come in, right there. The Voyage of the Heart is the next card under that. The Hopes and Fears card, the 10 of Pentacles, that happy family, the legacy, we want that, but are you already energetically living that life? Are you going out with your friends and whatever and dating multiple people or entertaining, even just talking to them? Are you doing that, or are you focused on, I'm going to work on my spiritual growth when it's the right time? This person's coming into my life. I'm not going to have to chase them, and I promise you, you won't. Because the healing work is done. That is the star. That is Aquarius energy. We are in, the age of Aquarius. Pluto is in Aquarius. That is very strong energy right now. Are you doing the healing work to heal this union? Because you have to heal it within yourself before you're bringing that in with somebody else, truly. We get the moon, the 9 of swords, which, that's for me listening to that inner voice, the guidance within. Because the messages are coming in quite a bit about that transformation. And she says there is that Pluto in that Aquarius energy. And it's about that 5 of swords. And, he's here having conflict. But down here, he's like arms out. You know what? I know what I'm supposed to do. I'm going to listen to that voice that is for my highest good. We can listen to our ego who's down in the valley with us, or we can listen to our higher self that's up on top of the mountain. Who do you want to listen to? Who are you listening to? Because we feel like as you plant the seeds of what and focus on what do you want, then that's going to bring that person in for you. Or even that energy in within you, that balance of your masculine, your feminine. So we get the card of divine timing from the Celia deck, which is let go of control, source is working on it. And the card of be confident, smile, shine your light. There's only one you. Are you working on your mission? Are you, shining your light? Are you, are you projecting what you want into your future? Or are you pulling that past energy forward with you? Because you get to decide. It's about, today's a new thing. And if you want a different outcome, sometimes you got to have a different, make a different choice, do something different. So that is the general message of the day. It appears it is a twin flame reading about, being in that balance of the masculine and feminine, and growing that self-love and, making the choice to where are your thoughts. So we're going to clean this up and then we'll get to some questions. We hope everyone is doing well. The Dollface Diva, can we get you, first, Celia says, she says, welcome. We're definitely at a different time than our normal. Here normally I'm fast asleep. So, how have you been doing? We've not been on much lately. Dave's doing some work. He's working late, so we're up. So I told him he had to work. We would come do a live. So, do you have a question? I am good. Had the granddaughter the last few days, and now Dave's son's dogs are here. So, lots of pure positive energy around here, keeping us busy. So, okay. And she said to, yes, I've not, me and Dave been doing a lot of work on us and stuff, and I'm doing more in-person things, so just following my energy at this time. Awesome. It's funny because I almost brought him in here, and then I heard the Sacred Traveler, but It's funny, I was telling Dave that, when we went to I Can Do It, we went, and I saw a lot of mediums, and then, I saw Denise Lynn, creator of, this deck, that deck, the deck we gave you, and then Chris Ann, which is, the Sacred Traveler, or the Light Seers deck. So you're going to see what wants to come out for you. Okay, and we get the card of, she said, we're going to start simplicity, courage, purity, gateway, which we definitely feel this eclipse energy is definitely, a gateway. And then you get the card of freedom, which is a bluebird, openness, and potential. So are you ready for a huge change in your life? And that's what we feel like, huge. Are you ready for something to like really open up energetically for you? And the bottom of the deck, my favorite one, happiness. Yes, yes, yes. She's like, yeah, we love that one. It's funny, the story with that card, the day when we were at I Can Do It, and we're going to go see Denise Lynn, we stayed and we were on the bay and at Tampa, and we saw a mama and a baby whale or dolphin. So when we were going to that, I actually stuck that card in my purse. And when we went to see Denise Lynn, and then when she was talking, you know what she said? She had saw the very same mama and baby dolphin in the bay. She apparently was staying actually at our hotel, unbeknownst to us. But so she was talking about seeing that, and it was just a synchronicity that we had that. So just know, apparently all of that is about. Look for synchronicities. Look for that pure love energy, and see it as a gateway. Like we feel like a huge change is coming. But like, are you, paying attention to the signs? Are you seeing feathers? Because that's definitely like an angel message. And it's like things have been rough, and that card of courage, which we feel like things can sometimes be difficult, and it's about a time of clearing that and knowing that everything that's ever happened to you has been a blessing. If it's happening to you, there's some benefit to you that is happening. Nothing happens. Yeah, nothing happens that's not for, everything is designed specifically for that. We get the 3 of Wands, personal wish fulfillment. Like, are you ready for your ships to come in? Are you ready? Because you've been manifesting that, the Empress right there. Have you been dreaming about what you want? The foundation is the 4 of Swords. That's that healing energy with the King of Pentacles in the past. We're just going to leave it at that. Celia says, you know about the King of Pentacles. With the headspace of the 3 of Cups, which is that third party energy we feel. But she said, the Empress is a 3. We have the 3 there. So 3, 3, 3. Pay attention to seeing that 3, 3, 3 and know that that's a sign of your manifesting coming in. And what in your past relationships or your past history is the third party? Because that doesn't always have to be a person. It can be a job or a career or a child or a dog or some other, work, some other thing. That's always, is there always some kind of third party there? Because we feel like it's asking you to heal that. because then you have the Magician as the immediate future, the Seven of Swords, walking away from the thoughts that aren't serving you, the thoughts of not good enough, the thoughts of negative thoughts, Seven of Swords thoughts. Change about what you're thinking about. And there is, another three, the Three of Pentacles, which is about that contract you have, doing the work, and other people see that you're putting in the work on yourself. The Hopes and Fears card, the Tower, which we feel like the Tower is a coming. We started out saying, are you ready for big change, for that potential and the openness? The Tower, like, change is coming. As soon as you see the pattern, like, you take the pattern's power away from you, because then it's like, aha, I got the message. Because you always feel like the third party is taking something away from you, or replacing you, or having more importance of you. And really, it's a benefit for you to give you time and space to do what you really need to do. And are you the one that has the third party with your work or other things? Where is the third party with it all? Because, like, we feel like that is the aha moment. Like, aha, like the only three we're missing right here is the Three of Swords, and we have the Four of Swords there, which is, so moving past that heartbreak, and trying to see it from that a further back perspective. The Hopes and Fears card is the Tower, which we said that potential was coming. So, like, you have the Three of Wands, the Three of Cups, and the Three of Pentacles, which we feel is like, where is the third party in the relationship? What is, if it's happening for your benefit. Everything that happens, we've been listening to a lot of Burchard channeling and a lot of Joe Dispenza stuff, and like really like getting new clarity and awareness, and like whatever the third party energy is, like if it's work or whatever, how do you feel with that energy? Like, when you decide how you feel with it, it makes me feel unimportant. It makes me feel, not valued. It doesn't make me feel the priority. Where do you feel that? And then say, Bashar says, say, I feel like I'm not a priority. And I just totally forgot the rest of that circuit. But you feel everything because you feel it's your benefit. I don't know. It's like right there, but I can't. Anyway, not sure what that's about. The Seven of Wands. So you have a couple of sevens, and the three we're missing is the Three of Swords. But like we said, you've got the Four of Swords there, so we feel like that's moving on a little bit, because you get the Wheel, the Five of Cups, the Queen of Wands, and the Nine of Swords. Listening more to your self-talk, listening to that, higher voice, gaining that new clarity, seeing it as a reference point. No, if something's happening, it's for your benefit. And we're going to tell you the Dollface Steven, listen to some Burchard. You can even type in the search thing about completing the circuit. He's like, because we did it with Dave earlier, and he immediately had a whole it made him have a different feeling. It like grounded that energy, and like it completed the circuit. I feel this way because I think, give yourself permission to feel that way at that time. And that kind of takes, some of that power away. And I'm going to have to now, as soon as I stop talking about it, I'm going to remember. So, with Celia, you get the water healing card, which has spend some time in or near the water and drink plenty of water. Set your intentions. What would you like to manifest, and focus your intentions on that. Your North Node, which is where is your North Node? It is your mission in this lifetime. And spiritual growth. Oh, I know. Like we said, he was over here in the past as the King of Pentacles. And then you get the moon activation. So we feel like something major is going to change for you after this eclipse or between eclipses. The eclipse dates March 25th and April 8th. So those 2 dates like are super important. On those dates, you know what's happening? The sun and the moon are at 19 degrees with Chiron, that wounded healer. So like as we start having the awareness of our wound and can like pull our like clarity of it, okay, this is here for a reason. What's the thing like? But like Celia says, that's like super important that they're at, but you know, everything's happening at 19 degrees. In Aquarius, 19, 1 and 9 makes 10, which goes back to a 1. So like a new beginning. It is in Aries, which is the baby of the zodiac, the beginning. So, and Chiron really affects us in that beginning, you know, that it's that cycle, that template is put in us in our first 7 years. And, you know, so just know you're going to get some kind of message because that 8 of Wands wanted to come back out again. So I feel like you may get an Eric message. Just something's going to change. Like if there was some kind of third party, which we know with Eric, child, third party situation, all of that, like, how does that make you feel? Like, and like really sit and take some time and like, how did that whole situation make you feel? Yeah. Tower's coming. We feel like something's changing. That's also a pattern for you because if you're in that with him and he's having that, you're in that too. And how does that third party shit make you feel? It makes you feel not valued and not worthy. And yeah. And where do you do that to your very same self? Because you know, when I was raising my kids, you know what I always said? I'm the bottom of the list. And you know what? That what did not ever serve anybody. Me not putting myself first. Like, but like have some detachment with that and see when else have you felt that way? When else have you felt like, yeah, like, and you know what Bashar says, honestly? He says it's our definitions, like, like sometimes we don't even realize the definitions we have. Like we asked Dave recently, like, what is your definition of marriage? What is your definition of partnership? And we're having to go through and kind of, you know, we don't even realize sometimes the definitions we put on things and other people and situations. And like what does a, you know, a committed relationship look like to you? Like, what's it look like? Like, have that clarity of what does that look like for you? Because I was really specific. Is that what you're getting currently? Because, like, when you're really clear on something and you tell the universe that I want equal give and take, because I'm like really strong on that reciprocity thing. But like, how do you feel like about partnership within that relationship? Like, because you've gained clarity on what you wanted. Like when you put it out there and you're like clear on what you want, it's going to be like, it likes it, the more clear you are on what you want like that, the more like, it's like, okay, I want clarity. Like, I love talking to Celia and be like, I love the clarity you bring me. Like, and keep focusing on that, and then really pay attention to where your thoughts are going. But look at that third party energy, or it's going to come up again. She's like, it'd be coming up again. Yeah, she said, if not, it will definitely come right back up again. That's why it's calling your awareness now before these eclipses. So, like, look at it now, like, and just have the awareness. How does this make me feel? When have I felt it in the past? You know, have I felt this before? How does it make me feel? When those situations happen, how do I want to feel? I want to feel that I'm empowered enough, that I am secure in myself enough, that I'm going to be the queen and I'm not chasing nobody. Like, be like, yeah. And that makes you feel not enough. And you know what? You're going to never win that battle with God, because God thinks you're made perfect in, the image. So you are perfect. So you are worthy. You know what? Like Celia says, right back to self-love, as always, just the self-love. So, so thank you for joining us. I know we have a couple of people here. Kashish, are you here still? I mean, I've had some situations with Dave that came up, and you know what I had to do? Be like, that is a reflection of his energy, or anybody else. That is their energy, and they're just reflecting that at me. But you know what? It's them. That's them. That's their opinion. That truly, like, that's them. So that's him. But like, if you're in that relationship with him, and like, you're mirroring that, so you need to also look, okay, because if you're seeing that with him, he's also being a reflection of your energy, of you not feeling enough, and he's just going to amplify that feeling of you not feeling enough. Like, as crazy as that is, everybody is a reflection of you and how they treat you. uh, so Linda, what are Rob's interests towards me? Okay. The bottom of the deck is overcoming obstacles. You can overcome anything, and that's like pulling that sword out of a stone. So that's about, I feel like, sometimes that action of clarity has to be taken. We're going to see what the rest of it is. Uncovering treasure and staying focused, which is beneath the surface lies a great bounty, and hold the course. Begin now, which is take the first steps, journey by moonlight, believe in magic and infinite abundance. I would say it's saying keep doing what you're doing. But there's definitely, like, we feel like he's maybe overcoming an obstacle. I feel like he's like going through something like really rough, like narrow pathway and overcoming and distant thunder, but gates of triumph is under that. I feel like he's going through like something. Hi Andrea, Hector, how are you? We feel like he's part of your journey. We feel like nothing bad, but we feel like keep being focused on whatever you're doing. Sometimes what we're doing, we need to keep we feel like there's going to be some kind of like separation there, like this person's going on a journey by moonlight to find that. Linda, we feel like the treasure is you. Like you, like stay focused on you. Stay focused on what's going to be best for you. Anybody else's stuff is their energy, and we feel like that person is on their own journey that's going to come back and be a different person with this infinite abundance card. I feel like I feel like there's going to be a separation, because in that card, one person, like, she's standing there and he's like going on, it looks like the journey, and then it's journey by moonlight, which is believe in magic. But I feel like it's saying you're supposed to be staying focused on yourself right now, your spiritual growth, because you are the treasure. Like, but I feel like there's like a clearly overcoming that obstacle. Is that something? And a lot of times you feel that because you definitely have like a past life connection with that person. We feel like unfinished business because you get the Five of Pentacles and the Five of Wands, which is, the Five of Wands in this card is about everybody working together. But like she's over here, like that person's over there doing their thing, and she's over here like locked in a room or out of the room, but not really, because the key is right there in that card. And you have the way to free yourself from your own self-imposed prison, that's only in your own thoughts. You get the Magician, the Queen of Wands, the Tower, and the Two of Wands, which is about you have to decide what you want. Well, after the overcoming obstacles is the distant thunder, which is like that Tower card for me, and a narrow pathway. But under that is the gates of triumph. So it's going to be the decision of, what you feel is best. You have to do what's in your heart and what you feel is best for you. And honestly, the best advice I can give anybody is don't care what anybody else thinks, honestly. Um, Listen to your own inner guidance. For me, that's Nine of Swords is the eight, the eight blackbirds of the Eight of Swords, and that one white bird is, I say, my Celia, my guide, my Celia bird, my quiet voice. Listen to that. Meditate, place your hand on your heart, and say, how do I feel about this person? And you have to truly just like decide what is going to be best for you. You also have to think about how is this going to affect your family, your community? Because if you are worried about their judgment and that stops you from this, it's only you holding you back if it's about the judgment of other people. Ask Archangel Michael to help you, Linda, to bring temperance, the strength card, and some new guidance, to do some healing work. I feel like past life. Even like I feel like you have definitely past life connection with that person, but I feel like there is like unfinished. We started up there with unfinished business from like a past life, and we feel like it's come back around. Because sometimes in one life we can be, parent child, and then the next life it be switched around or whatever, the lesson is to be learned and worked out with that. But those are both fives, and here's the 4 6 that kind of go with that. We feel like he does, but we feel like he's very conflicted over it. And he would mirror your energy. So if you're feeling conflicted, he's feeling conflicted. If you gain some clarity, it's going to be reflected back to you, honestly. Because the bottom of the deck is the Hierophant card, which is, commitment, definitely commitment. You get the Sun and the Hanged Man. When I ask for, does he like you? I feel like he does, but I feel like he's conflicted. He's working on overcoming this obstacle, which is because he's going to mirror you. Like you have to decide where you stand, and are you ready to stand? If that's what he wants, are you ready to stand with that? Are you okay with that? Or are you ashamed of that? Are you afraid of what other people will say? Like, oh, definitely, definitely, like you can create your reality, because you can literally write what you want, because trust me, source really loves it when you are a conscious creator saying, this is what I want. I want my family to embrace me being happy, and that this is the opportunity that we were brought together. And you can literally write the story if that's what you want. You you get to choose. Like, I know it's crazy, but really, like, if you write the story how you want it. Or if you're worried about them having judgment and that is your fear, that's what's going to happen. If you write the story that you expect them to want you to have the greatest love you could have and to be happy no matter what, and that this person's great and that you would be great with this person, and that your happiness is the most important thing, if that's what you want and expect from them, that's what they will bring you. I promise. But if you have fear that they're going to judge you, they will judge you. And it doesn't matter. It's still just a reflection of them. But if you get what you expect. So literally, my guide Celia says, write the story of what you want. Yes. You get the Sun and the Hanged Man. So the Sun is the best card in the deck, the happiest card. And the Hanged Man is about just being patient and in the right time. And you come into clarity on where you are with it, because trust me, he's going to reflect it right back to you. And only those that you worry, those that matter won't mind, and those that mind don't matter. Like, truly, anybody that loves you is just going to want you to be happy. Like, if they don't want you to be happy, then they have some other agenda. Why wouldn't they want you to be happy? Whatever. So, that was for you, Linda. Can we get you next? Yes, the Sun energy is the happy card, the happiest card in the deck. So we feel like there is definitely something there, but we feel like he is. I hear like strong moral compass, like that feeling of like that you are worried about being judged. He's going to reflect that very same fear. Like if you feel like everybody's going to want us to be happy, like then everybody's going to project that to you. Like if not, you know what? It don't matter. It truly doesn't matter. Are you ready to live your life based on somebody else's, what they want? Like that everybody has a skewed perspective based on their own person. So like anybody that's not wanting the best happiness for you isn't wanting the best for you. Truly, we're meant to be happy. Find love and be happy. Just saying. What are feelings, intentions of Fahad towards me? We are apparently using the Sacred Traveler. But Linda, what would be the worst that would happen? Okay, and M, you get the card of In the Flow, which is everything is smooth sailing, discovering truth. You stand in the light of truth, wondrous universe, walk in beauty, solitude, which is in silence, peace prevails, and begin now. So I feel like there could have been like a lot of dreamy magic with this In the Flow because they're like on like the magic carpet. Then there's the discovering truth, which is this person going off kind of on their own journey, like working on that. Then you get the wondrous universe because, that is part of the mission. And like those people are kind of doing their own thing. Are you not moving forward waiting on this person? Because I feel like there was like magic, like that's a flying carpet, like that feels like magic to me, like of a season, but then this other card looks like the next season to me. And sometimes things are meant to do that because you get the solitude card here, which is in silence, peace prevails. Time for you to get clarity, for you to understand what do you want, because like I feel like it's saying you have to answer your call right now. And then the card underneath that is the wandering path, but you get answering the call, and then the wandering path there. So I feel like it was a very intense energy that has the opportunity to come back around, because in this card I feel like that person's leaving, but in this one I feel like it could be that person, that knocking back on the door with the wandering path of coming back around, like the Six of Wands or the Six of Cups, that energy of coming back around. And you get the Nine of Cups and the Nine of Swords. And the Nine of Swords is, nines are about ending cycles, so ending communication. The Nine of Cups is about personal wish fulfillment and knowing the value of yourself. But we feel like that energy's coming back with that Knight of Swords. That is the quickest moving energy with some strength. The Eight of Cups, and the Princess of Pentacles, which is the Page of Cups and the Eight of Wands. So I feel like communication's coming back around. Probably sooner than you think. Are you working on your spiritual path? Do you know where your North Node is? Do you know where your Chiron is? Definitely some transformation with the Strength card. And the Eight of Cups is about that spiritual path. So gaining some clarity, but definitely coming forward in the physical. Like that is in the physical. The Eight of Wands is going to be a lot of communication. And then the Devil, but in this card, she's like in front of the Devil. So I feel like overcoming that, any kind of toxic behavior, and then moving forward. I feel like there will be some communication, but I feel like sometimes you have to have time alone because the universe is trying to work on you. Are you, and by having the Nine of Cups and the Nine of Swords, knowing your value and standing up for what you feel like you deserve. Yeah, like the Nine of Swords is like the end of that cycle. Then you go back to a new beginning. But I feel like there's going to be like quick change. Like this person in this card looks young and this person returning looks like somebody a little bit older. So I feel like coming back around, but I feel like it could be a little bit of time. Sometimes you have to lean back and give somebody time to learn their path and to sometimes it's better to let them have a relationship with another person to work out some of their bullshit. Excuse my language. So you don't have to do it. Like I had this twin flame thing and I thought that was my person. And then you know what? I got to the point where it just was just not working out and it was just not. So you know what? I'm like, I deserve better than this. And I was just done. And I decided I was just going to work on my spiritual mission. And the very next person I dated was now my husband, Dave, who's definitely on my spiritual path. I wrote 2 pages of what I wanted. He's all of that. By looking at look at the pattern of the third party thing. How does that make you feel? Like, look at your emotion. How does that make you feel when it happens? But like, you can look at that, like, look at the pattern of that. As soon as you look at the pattern, it takes the power of that pattern away. Like, okay, what is this pattern trying to show me? I wrote a list at first of my perfect partner, and it was 2 pages of all the things I wanted in my person. Like, I wanted somebody on my spiritual path, somebody that would meditate with me, somebody that would do, hi, Alex, somebody that would do all of that stuff with me. And, see my fresh flowers he got for me. And like, he's all of my stuff. So I did do some of that. And like, I at one point said, I deserve better. And I did a focus wheel on what I wanted in a committed relationship. And I told one person I'm dating for marriage. And my very next person, married. Your words are powerful, especially when you're very clear on what you want. Hi, Alex. Hi, Andrea. How are you both doing? I will just say I am a twin flame, and that it definitely feels like that energy with me. I feel like there's some time apart, but I feel like something's gonna come back around. Like, does it make you happy? Or is it you don't want to be part of a third party? What is your why? Like, because I feel like this year a lot of twin flames are coming together, like just what we've heard. So we are doing really well. Dave's working, so we decided to come do a live. So yeah. And we said it looked like this person was on a younger path and the person that came back was older. So in another time, and literally, I had what was called the catalyst. I went through a lot of the twin flame stuff that I'm really glad I didn't have to go through that with Dave. Dave and I do it, but in a different way. Yeah. So I feel like that solitude was about you spending time and you working on you and you working on your spiritual mission. You know, you're really important on the spiritual mission. So as you work on that, Linda, are you meditating? Celia says. Alex, can we get a message for you? I mean, I feel like I attract a lot of people that go through that. Like, I'm glad I did a lot of that stuff and I don't have that energy with Dave as anything in my past. And M, are you working on your spiritual path? Are you a healer? What do you you know, do you do any of the healing arts? What do you do? And we've been using the Sacred Traveler, Alex, so we're just gonna yeah. Celia says, how you been? We feel like better because you get the overcome an obstacles card. And throat chakra activation. Are you speaking your truth more, Alex? You know, because that sword can be like that, you know, clarity of truth. Yeah. Rejuvenating rain, which is clear the past to heal the present and exploring or discovering truth. You stand in the light of truth and grace and gratitude. Through gratitude, joy expands. So, yeah, you're just healing, getting clarity, discovering your own truth, feeling confident and standing in your own power. And you get the Hanged Man and the Emperor. That's super good energy. Like, definitely leveling up, getting that new perspective, being that Emperor with the Strength card on the bottom, with the Nine of Pentacles, the Two of Cups, the Death card. So that Scorpio energy, transformation, and the Ace of Pentacles, new opportunity. Alex, are we for me, you know, that's me, Dave, and Celia. So that seems like that is the new opportunity. Are you taking a relationship to that next level? Oh, let me know when, Alex, anytime. We've been kind of on and off doing other stuff and doing some in-person stuff. So we feel like then that's the new thing coming in as soon as you drop the burden. Then that is what the work is. Oh, like that's perfect. Yeah. Like, yeah, because you're not the person you were before, like on anybody, and neither are they. So some energy may come back around with that Scorpio energy. Sometimes, like in a different somebody, even if not somebody from the past being different, the next relationship being different of a higher level, a higher vibration. Um, yeah, doing that rejuvenating ring, doing the healing. Yeah, just keep doing the work, Alex. But we feel like this year is a big year for people coming into union. And really, they were all reference points. At some point, they benefited you, and you were in that relationship till they didn't benefit you anymore. That's what we do. We've been listening to a lot of Bashar channelings lately, finding him very interesting. Being I don't always. You are very welcome. And Celia says, just keep doing the great work. Like, keep doing the great work. Alex, are you ready for a committed relationship? Are you ready? Yeah. So he says, are you ready? What does a committed relationship mean to you? We've been listening to the Bashar stuff, which is about paying attention to what your definitions of things are. So like he's like, what is your definition of this? Pay attention to what your definition is, because most time we have picked definitions up from other people, especially when we were children, and we just kind of program that stuff in. And sometimes you have to look at a new thing. Because I'll give you an example. Yesterday, Dave and I were talking about the definition thing, and it was something about crying. And I said, well, when I feel like sometimes, I said, well, when I'm crying, my definition of that is I'm in distress. And you know what? That's not my definition anymore of crying. Crying is a release of energy, letting emotion go. Crying is not anything about distress. I believed prior to that that was my definition, that when I was crying that I was in distress, but that doesn't empower me or serve me. So I'm going to have a new definition of what crying means. And crying for me now means it's just an emotional release. So, which, cups are water, and that's emotion, and the ocean is salt water, and we cry salt water. So, so something with all that. I don't know. But looking at your definitions of things. God really likes to co-create, especially when you're really clear on what you want. Like, Alex, do you want somebody that's on the spiritual path? Do you want somebody that would meditate with you? Somebody that's ready for spiritual growth with you? Somebody, So just like write that list, like be in your power and like write the whole dang list. Like, and then you know what? If you're ready to do it, say, I am ready to do this, and then do it. Like, say, when I did it, I told one person, I said, I'm dating for marriage. And literally, that was the statement to the universe that that's what I wanted. I was like, I said an exclamation point. Like, and like, say that I'm dating for marriage, or I'm dating for a committed relationship, or whatever you're dating for, but like really put it out there. So, Roshni, angel guidance. We're getting guidance for Roshni, and then we'll get you, Andrea, Hector. Well, you get the card of milk and honey, poised, flexible, and regeneration, and all that glitters. So I feel like there's going to be change in your life with regeneration. Somebody from the past, maybe some kind of some energy coming back. Really good energy. That milk and honey is like the sun card, and all that glitters is a big pile of gold. So we feel like there will be some energy coming back around that you're going to have to make a choice about, because the Two of Wands is about making a choice, and the Page of Wands is about a messenger, and the Five of Wands is the bottom of the deck. So we feel like you're going to have communication that you're going to have to make a choice about. We feel like it's going to be some energy from the past, either a person or a pattern from the past that's going to come back, that's maybe caused you conflict in the past. If you've been working on your self-love and really transforming yourself, it's going to come, the Hierophant, the Faith card, having faith and knowing that the right energy is coming back to you with the Nine of Cups. Are you trying to manifest a person? Are you trying to manifest? Are you trying to manifest a person back? Because if you're trying to manifest a person, they're going to come back. Yes. Hierophant is like the marriage card. The Ace of Cups. Are you loving yourself? Are you filling your cup up? Are you like being in this energy of I'm living my best life right now? Because trust me, if you are happy and high vibrational and living your best life now, you want that person to come and meet you at that level. You want them to be as high vibe as you are. So like the best thing you could do is be as happy as you could be, and decide you're happy anyway. And like being happy anyway just like makes them have to be in that super high vibe energy with you, and then the magic can really happen. Like, so just keep being like that energy. I'm like, she's like, really show you that poised energy, no, because the milk and honey is right there. Yep, that was definitely on my list. Do you know what? That is your ego, which is only the ego only knows the past, and the ego tries to do everything possible to hold you back, to make you feel like you have to stay in that same pattern. Trust me, go look in the mirror. Go look in the mirror and smile and get up every day and go in there and high five yourself and you have to work on your self-love. Subscribe to my channel, come back. We just posted a video a couple of days ago about, you know, your self-love. And we all have those kind of feelings, trust me. But truly, that's your ego just trying to hold you back from any kind of thing of the unknown. And the ego only knows the past. And it's just going to try to hold you back in any deprecating way it can. Truly. So, no one is. Alex, Celia says, let us know when you want to come on. We will make it happen. My guide Celia's main message is about self-love and valuing yourself, and truly knowing that everybody reflects back to you how you feel about you. So you will manifest so much better if you have higher self-love. Like, truly. You manifest so much more through your self-love and your connection with your higher power, whatever that may be. But Celia's main, you know, is always about that self-love. That's definitely going to be reflected back to you. And you only manifest at the vibration you're at. So, truly, the only reason we ever want any kind of other relationship is because we're desiring that love. And really, that love we're missing is that connection back with our higher power, God, source. So, thank you, Alex. You're doing great. Celia still says, like, she's like middle school stuff. You're still supposed to do that. But let us know when you're ready to join us, Alex, and we will. And and she says you can always send it to my email, which is in the description, or catch me on a live, or yes, you really can. Like, we've been doing some Joda spins and meditations, and like that's about going and manifesting and creating in the quantum. So yeah, literally by our thoughts. And if you write something down, it makes it even a more amplified thing. If you tell other people, it more amplifies it, as long as everybody is in the high vibration with you about it. So, like, that's why Celia's like, write down what you want. We'll be right there with you. Like, highest vibration as we can get with you. But yeah, truly, we manifest through our thoughts. That's why it's like you have to be aware of your thoughts. The ego is going to try to keep you in the past, which it only knows the past. So if you want to bring your past forward into your present, think about your past. Otherwise, you have to think of a different vibration, different thoughts, and focus on your passion and your why and your healing. So Marissa, can we get Do you have a question or just a general? What can we get for you today? And honestly, you know what? That's because people in your, like, everybody mirrors back to you how you feel about you. Like, if you feel super fabulous about you, everybody is going to mirror that back to you. It's so crazy. But everybody truly is a mirror. Like, if you're having any, like, insecurity, like, everything in the world is going to come at you to make you feel insecure, like, to trigger that in you until you become consciously aware of, okay, what is causing this trigger with me? You know, what the heck's going on? Truly. Oh, Andrea, we're gonna grab Marissa, then we'll get you. Marissa wants love. So he says we're changing decks. Marissa, how do you like the ocean? How do you like the beach? How do you like the ocean? Because you get the card of change, power, and new beginning. And love. And love. Change, power, and a new beginning. So, and like with this change, like that's like, you know, a carousel horse with a balloon, you know, flying. So kind of like a magical, you know, dreamy thing taking you to a different vibration. Something that's gonna, are you in a relationship? Are you trying to manifest a relationship? I feel like there's a lot of power there with this. It feels the Five of Cups. Where's the house love been for you in the past? Not good. Five of Cups. Yeah. There's 3 cups there, which is the past. There's 2 other cups in this picture. You could pick that shit up and go somewhere else because something else is trying to come. Love. Transformation. And then you got solitude. So it's asking you to take a little bit of time. But as you dream about what you can truly have, like, dream the biggest dream. My guide Celia is always about write it down. Write my perfect partner. Write all the qualities you want. We had Alex doing it. You could scroll up in the chat and look. Like, mine's 2 pages. I married him. He came into my life. I married him. Like, I got my paper. Like, he's all of it. Like, truly. So, like, write down what you want. Like, dream the big dream. I want somebody that's responsible. I want somebody that's honest, loyal, dependable, somebody that's on the path with me, somebody that wants the same things I want. Like, know how powerful you are. Because, like, putting that pen to paper and saying what you want is going to bring this new beginning. That's going to be everything you want. Like, everything you want. Chariot on the bottom. Something that's reciprocal. Then we get the Page of Cups, which is a messenger, and then the Knight of Swords, which is the quickest moving energy in the deck. What happened to the past? Like, what happened here? What is the pattern with the past? You have to look at it and say, I want to change that pattern. I don't want that in a relationship. I don't want, you know, say, I want loyalty, or I want honesty, or I want whatever the Seven of Swords represents in that relationship that caused you to feel this kind of like that sadness about it. Know that that's a reference point. Thank you, universe, for showing me what the trigger is. Thank you for showing me where the pattern is. Thank you for letting me see it so I can change it, because that's what brings you the power, truly. That's going to let you have the new beginning, to not keep having that cycle in relationships. It, like my guy Celia says, everything's a reference point. So take it for that it's a reference point. Thank you for whatever happened, however that person made you feel, or whatever the situation was. Look at it and dissect it. How did it make me feel? Have I felt this way in the past? Okay, we're going to take it in a different direction. What kind of situation do I want instead? If this situation repeats again, how do I want to feel? Do I want to stay and go through this cycle again? Or at the first sign of the cycle, am I out? Like, are you like, do you see the cycle coming 10 foot away and be like, cycle, I see you. Thank you anyway. Nope, no thanks. And like, if you keep attracting a certain kind that's like non-committal, and like, then you see somebody coming that you know is that, and you could be like, I'm going the other way. Because sometimes the universe is going to test you to see, did you learn the lesson? Have you got out of that toxic pattern? So write down what you do want. Look at the pattern. Is our guidance of the day for you, Marissa. Because love's trying to come in, that new beginning, and that love card looks really good. Because like, as soon as you like do the work, like I had a block, I kept attracting people that were non-committal. And I looked, the only common denominator was me. So I had to look at how did I feel about a committed relationship, and I did a focus wheel. And then I started noticing people in my environment that were in that happy, loving relationship. And because I was doing physical therapy, and I would see people married 40 and 50 years, and I'm like, what's your secret? And I would ask them, and I kept seeing that in my environment. And, it's out in your environment, and then it comes into your personal life. So keep an eye for like, people in, like, I love seeing older couples that are holding hands, or he opens a door for her, or they do any sweet kind of gesture thing. It always just makes my heart just awe and know, because I love that with me and Dave. So I love that and see that. And every time I see that out there, I know it's just reaffirming it, that that's where I am energetically, where I want relationship to be. So, Andrea, how does Carlos, my Leo boyfriend, feel about me not being able to see him for the week? Well, you get the card of healing chaos, opportunity, and community. And the bottom of the deck is relaxation. So, you are very welcome, Marissa. And Andrea, you get the Four of Wands, the Eight of Swords, the Justice card, and the Two of Swords. Andrea, we feel like it is maybe going to cause him a little chaos, but it's an opportunity for him to have some self-transformation, truly, like within, like focus on your own energy, like pull your step back. The next card is the Wisdom, which is about diving deep into yourself, The Four of Wands is about like your home, your family, and kind of, sometimes you just have to do you. Like, be in that energy. Sometimes you have to do you. And not worry about the thoughts, because there may be some thoughts projected at you. But know that everything balances out in the end. And we feel like this is something maybe out of your control. Because like with her, she's got the blindfold on and she's holding the swords. But if she lets the swords go, you know what? She has control, which is when she lets the thoughts go and know that everything that's happening is for your benefit. Because you get the Knight of Wands, you get the Empress, you get the Six of Pentacles, and you get the Star and the Eight of Cups, which is, we feel like, going to give him some new clarity about your value from that. And it's going to cause him some chaos, but we feel like it's going to allow some kind of healing energy to happen, to go from this chaos to this opportunity of something, because we feel like it's part of your path with that Eight of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles, which is about doing that work. And sometimes when we plan stuff, God laughs, because when you plan something, God's like, no, watch this. I have something else that's going to benefit you more. So whatever reason is stopping you is for some benefit for you. As well, it's some benefit for him as well. Is he emotionally dependent on you? Does he emotionally take more than he gives you? Does he financially take more from you than he? Because we feel like there's going to be some healing where there's going to be some kind of reciprocity. Because you have the desire for that, we feel. And as you're in your self-love and have a higher value of you, he's going to have a higher value of you too. And then there's going to be more reciprocity in all areas. But sometimes things happen because somebody else needs this healing chaos to happen. And sometimes that's for a reason. Like, everything is for a reason with that. What are you doing in this time currently? Like, you can focus on the negative thoughts, or you can focus on the positive thoughts. You get to choose if it's a positive thought or a negative thought. And honestly, really, we've been learning so much lately, and everything that always happens is for your benefit. Always. And Andrea Celia says we're going to get you one of her cards. Because you get the something new, be open to the new opportunities coming towards you, and the card of be of service. It all starts with you. Be the change the world needs. And self-worth. We teach others how to treat us. Value yourself. Does that benefit you the most? Do you have support there? Does that truly benefit you the most moving back to Chicago? Because if it's not what the universe wants, the universe is going to make it really, really hard. And if it's what's meant to be, it'll be easy. but you have to do what's right for you. But it's going to be okay. You have to follow your heart and do what you feel is best for you. If there's some, like, if you're feeling that thing in your stomach and it's giving you any kind of indication of this probably isn't the best idea, then, but ask in meditation, is this what's best for me? If it is, make it easy, and trust and follow that. If you do it, it's a lot of like struggle and strife to do it, then maybe take that as a sign that way. Like, if it's a plan God's on board with, then he'll like move heaven and earth to make it happen for you. Like, it'll be so easy. It'll be like, I can't even believe that just happened that way. How did that just happen? Like, it can be that amazingly easy. So we've been about an hour and a half. So I am going to call it a night. Yeah. Follow your heart, meditate, and like, ask. And if it's not being easy, then be like, well, maybe, God wants me somewhere else right now. Like, but like, meditate, follow your heart, see what you get. But I'd like to thank everybody for tonight. It's been an hour and a half, and it's like 2:00 my time, 2:30. So I am gonna go to bed. We hope everyone has a good night. Thank you so much. Bye.